In the years spanning from 1968 to 1974, 3 girls went missing from the remote neighboring cities of Vernon and Tolland in Connecticut. The puzzling vanishing of Debbie Spickler, Janice Pockett, and Lisa White has left many questions unanswered. Are these cases linked? And what could have transpired all those years ago? Deborah Debbie Lee Spickler grew up in the picturesque village of Mystic, located in the regions of Groton and Stonington, Connecticut. In July 1968, at the tender age of 13, she visited her aunt in Vernon. On July 24th, her family spent the day at Henry Park, found at 120 South Street in Vernon. It was here that Debbie was last seen, heading from Fox Hill Drive towards the swimming pool area of the park. According to the information available, one of the adults returned home to collect the towels the girls had accidentally left behind for their swim. When she arrived back at the location where Debbie was supposed to be, she realized that Debbie was not there. The family asserted that she had no history of running away or any delinquent actions. On the very day of her disappearance, her mother received a postcard from Debbie indicating that she was thriving and had been a tremendous support to her relatives. During her disappearance, she was seen wearing a white sleeveless shirt, dark green shorts with a unique handmade pattern and no pockets, along with white low-top tennis shoes. The 13-year-old girl had brown hair and brown eyes, stood 5 feet 5 inches tall, and weighed 125 pounds. Even though there is nearly no public evidence regarding the case, law enforcement believes that Debbie's disappearance is tied to the later disappearances of 2 girls who went missing 4 and 5 years after her in the same area during the same time frame under similar conditions. Janice Catherine Pockett was born in the tranquil town of Tolland, located in the semi-rural suburbs of eastern Connecticut. In July 1973, at the tender age of 7, she requested her mother's permission to go back and fetch a butterfly she had caught and left on a rock by the road a couple of days earlier. Her younger sister, Mary Engelbrecht, who was 6 at the time, still recalls the afternoon of July the 26th, 1973, when Janice set off on her green Murray banana seat bicycle. Mary recalled, "We really drove my mom crazy back then. My sister and I were squabbling over something silly. I think it was a toothbrush." She also mentioned how important it was for their mother to allow Janice to ride there alone for the first time. Their mother had entrusted Janice with an envelope to return the butterfly. When Janice did not show up after 30 minutes, the family began to worry and went out to find her. They discovered her bicycle abandoned on a dirt road near the woods, just under a mile from her home. In the years that followed, the Connecticut State Police made every effort to solve the case, attempting to recover fingerprints from the deserted bike and thoroughly searching the woods on foot horseback, and with cadaver dogs. Charles Pierce, a known child deviant, later admitted to burying Janice and 3-year-old Angelo Polisi in Lawrence, Massachusetts. While the authorities believed it could be a significant lead, they soon disregarded him as a suspect after realizing that no graves matching that description had been unearthed. In 2000, authorities gained a fresh lead when they found fragments of a child's bones in the garage of Nathaniel Barr Jonah, a convicted child abductor in Great Falls, Montana. At the time of Janice's disappearance in 1973, Barr Jonah was merely 14 years old and lived only 20 miles from her home. He had previously been accused of strangling another child. He was cleared as a suspect in the case once it was confirmed that the bones did not match Janet's DNA. At the time of her disappearance, Janice was seen in navy blue shorts with an American flag emblem, a striped pullover, and blue sneakers. She had blonde hair, blue eyes, and stood roughly 4 feet tall and weighed 65 pounds. 6 years after the disappearance of Debbie Spickler, the town of Vernon was rocked by yet another tragedy when 13-year-old Lisa Joy White went missing on November the 1st, 1974. According to reports, Lisa had been grounded by her mother following a recent arrest for underage drinking. However, when her mother left for work at 4:30 p.m., Lisa seized the chance to sneak out and meet a friend on Prospect Street in Rockville, Connecticut, approximately 2 miles from her home. A friend of Lisa's told the authorities that she had seen her walking home at 7:30 p.m. The last sighting of Lisa was at 8 p.m. as she strolled along Prospect Street in Vernon, Connecticut. Much like Debbie and Janice, this was the last time anyone saw her, and her disappearance is still a mystery. On the day she went missing, Lisa was dressed in green slacks and a blue denim jacket. She had strawberry blonde hair, blue eyes, and a small mark from chickenpox on her forehead. The missing girls, Debbie Spickler, Janice Pockett, and Lisa White, are often referred to as the Vernon-Tolland Three, having disappeared between 1968 and 1974. Despite extensive efforts by law enforcement to uncover the truth, including pursuing leads and interrogating potential suspects, these cases remain unsolved. In response to the ongoing mystery, the Tolland County Cold Case Squad was formed in October of 2014 to focus on these troubling disappearances. The officers examined the 3 cases and claimed to have uncovered a possible relationship among them. To facilitate the identification of the victims, authorities have shared age-progressed images that are revised every few years. Moreover, Governor Daniel P. Malloy has authorized rewards for each case, bringing the total to $150,000 for any information that could lead to the girls' discovery or the arrest of those responsible. I thank you so much for watching, and please leave your thoughts below. Thank you for the continued support, and I'll see you next Friday.